Hey there, Wargamers. Justin our Painter here, and we are now live. For the one person who is here early, thank you very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And we are going to try and get some more painting in today. Get ever closer to attempting to finish our Imperial Fist Commission. We'll see how far we get. I think today we might start blocking in some of the silver. I think that might be a good idea. That's probably where we'll start. As always, I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you've had a good week so far, even though it's only Tuesday. I still hope it's been a good week. And hopefully you're getting some hobby time in. And if you aren't, hopefully you're still able to relax and just chill out for just a little bit at a time. So that being said, let's go ahead and switch cameras here, and we're going to go ahead and get into something. Not sure why my webcam keeps giving me trouble these days. I had that, that tape where I needed it to stop the thing and stuff. I noticed something yesterday too when I got my magnets in. This is the coal black, right? Watch this. Magnet. My other paints don't do that, but it does. And it's not the agitator, because I can hear it rolling around there. I don't think I have any other paints over here that did that. That's interesting. It's pretty interesting. Magnets. Alright, so I'll probably start out with this. Probably do a little bit dry brushing first, because we got some areas that I think will be easy enough to target with a dry brush.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Hey, Handley, thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate that. I mean, that is true. That is true. I don't know what it's doing. It's just bizarre. How you doing, Mr. Wheels? How you digging the new computer? Well, see, here's the deal. This is coal black. What's coal black? This is silver. Pulls the black, doesn't pull the silver. And then I think I've got the dark silver next to it, or black silver, black metallic, dark silver. Nothing. This one? Yep. It doesn't do it to the golds either. Just the black. And I mean, I guess I could check these. It doesn't do it to the blue. It doesn't do it to the neutral gray. Just the black. Weird. Well, that's good to hear. Now, I checked the agitator. When you put it in there, or put this on here, the agitator still moves. So, I don't know if you guys are really here. And they use these little green plastic ones. Lurking and working. Well, for bias, you don't have to talk. Just got to get your hobby time in. Also, tell me there's probably some type of iron oxide or iron or something in the pigment to make it black. So I was talking to him about it yesterday. Yep. And Handley. I got a question for you, and it is likely to not have a good answer. But you are the guy. If there's any guy that's going to know some things, it's you. It's you. I have unfortunately made the decision that I'm going to sell my War Machine Mercs, along with the small amount of Signar that go with them, because I had the Kingmaker, so there was some stuff that kind of overlapped a little bit. I know that you likely would not want them. But if you know anyone who's in the market for some War Machine, let me know. I'm looking to move them and offering a pretty steep discount. They come in a Battlefield bag as well. This is not me needing funds. It's me looking at my the spare room where all my models are, and it is overflowing with stuff, and I need to cut back on some things. And I haven't touched that stuff in like 2 years, and I'm unlikely to at this point, which sucks. But if I find someone who wants a good deal, you know, or would jump on a good deal, then I'll do it. If I can't, then whatever. All right, so I'm gonna see. Or older stuff is likely to not have a ton of value. I know there are sites out there that are like pawn shops for minis, and they make most machine products being worth. Yep. I kind of figured that might be the case. Yep. Yep. Which is unfortunate when you get to the point that the secondary market is that undervalued. It's almost like the game doesn't exist anymore. You know. I'm sure you're aware. I don't have to tell you that. Alright, so that'll work. We're just gonna do a little dry brushy. I mean, that's fair. That's still below where I was thinking. I was thinking like 50% off was a good asking point, because with 40K, which is bigger obviously, but with 40K I've always done like 30% off as the starting point and then haggle. And with War Machine I was thinking 50% might have been good. Plus I've got the Battle Foam bag, which holds some value, and I've got the mail-in magazine Iris, which I figured tossing that in would help add value to the lot, but you know, at this point it might not be worth really anything. I know I'm likely to never paint them again unless there's a Mark like a Mark IV or something for War Machine that breathes some life into it. I just don't. I feel like it's kind of not. No one's talking about it. Nothing's happening with it. Hey, what's up? The real head hog. How you doing? How you doing? They are not. They're not finished. It's all in various states of painting. The handful of painted stuff I have, my Warcasters, my 2 Warcasters, and my his 2 mechs, or 3 mechs, whatever. I've got 3 Warjacks that were painted with Magnus, and then I've got my Hunter's Grim unit that was in the magazine. I'm keeping that stuff. Oh, whoops. That explains that. But yeah, they held a little bit of a sentimental value, but the army itself, I mean, it's in various stages. Some is unpainted, some is partially painted. The trenchers were almost finished, just never got finished, obviously. But yeah. They might just get relegated to the garage then. Wheels, I also, assuming you're still there, Wheels, I am trying my damnedest to get through this as quickly as I can. Try not to cut corners too much. The dry brushing is a corner I don't turn as often as I have on this project, but it's actually coming out pretty clean. I feel like using a little bit of precision to it is pretty helpful. But I'm definitely trying. I do have the 2 Colossals for the Mercs and resin bases for a lot of stuff, so that would probably help, but I doubt very much. And I really held on as long as I did because I was really hoping that there was going to be a change or things were going to bounce back. Perhaps I was a little bit naive with it, maybe. What's this weekend, Wheels? You getting to play some 40K? Yeah, that's fair. Oh well. It's not like it was a make or break for paying bills. It was just a way to clear out some space. They can sit there for a while longer. That, or I'll pull them out of the box and I'll use, or the transport, and I'll use the armor transport for Infinity and Star Wars Legion or something. Oh, very cool. Yeah, like I said, I resisted the urge to get anything. I might break that, and I might get the chaplain when the order's up, maybe, just because I like chaplains and I play Dark Angels, but that's a very niche case. If that's limited run, like the chaplain on bike, should always be able to get, so if I wait 6 months, it should be there. So that may break a little bit of my promise to myself, but I don't feel so bad about that one. But yeah, I gotta build a holiday list. My family wants to know what I'd like, and I'm probably just gonna load it up with minis and stuff because there's not a lot of other things I need. Yeah, okay, so we gotta go back and address the other chain swords because that actually turned out pretty good. What's up, Java? And Headhog, what's your question, bud? Yep. I'm my own worst critic. We are our own worst critic. Yeah. Throw if you got a link to Instagram or if you're posting up in Discord, just let me know and I'll take a look here in a minute. Oh yeah, you can send it to me on Discord. That's fine. I'm gonna type in a command for you. I am the admin on the Discord. Wheels, that's awesome, man. I hope that it's a good game. I had a bunch of my cosplay materials show up today. A bunch of my leather bits showed up. My foam, well, at least some of the EVA foam arrived. Not all of it, but the big piece of it did. So that was good. That looks pretty clean, pretty good. I dig it. Yeah, on the, it might be showing me offline right now. Hang on. There you go. I'm at the top. I'm the admin. What's up, Lothar? How you doing, man? The Discord name can be a little confusing because it's my screen name for everything outside of Twitch. And, you know, it's, I guess, Instagram and YouTube. My video game handle. I've used that name since 1997 and 96. I think it was 97. Hey, Dank, what's up, man? And Boom Echo 1, how you doing? Wheels, in terms of Warhammer, have you determined what other stuff you want to get painted? After this, because I packed mine up, I may be able to work with you on working on some other stuff. If you're going to go with another studio, I understand. If you want to have me work on some stuff, that's cool too. I did just order, I'm waiting on it to come in, the yellow paint so I can have it on hand if we need to do anything else. But food for thought. My Alpha Legion command. Very cool. Yeah, I saw one of your pictures of your dude on Instagram today. Alright, Mr. Tedious. Are you making a Tyranid thing? My advice and critique on sculpting is pretty limited because I don't know much about it. But it looks like you're going for some kind of Tyranid. Oh, Halloween model? Okay. Teeth and the tongue are looking pretty cool. I mean, it's not obviously not done yet, but yeah, it's looking pretty interesting. Pretty creepy. You're using sprue? Yeah, you're using sprue for the frame. Nice. Good way to repurpose. What's up, Knox? How you doing, man? You're fine. You're fine. Sometimes you just gotta type in all caps. Sometimes you just gotta get a little hype, get a little excited. Excited for 10 seconds. You gonna get Black Templars finally done? Okay. 10 seconds are over. I figured. I thought you were going to paint those yourself. I mean, I could do it. As with all things, if I paint things out of order or in different batches, the tones aren't 100% perfect. Process changes, mixes change, paints change, you know, whatever. But I do have a black that would be pretty close that I like the process for. Camp excitement! I'm really, really digging... Get off, Necron. How these look. Doing a Necron... Now, the bulk troops wouldn't have the same detail of highlights, but the HQs would have somewhere. Now, the black may be a slight shade up or down, you know, give or take. But it's got a very, very light hint of blue to it. And I really like that. I think it stands out and looks super clean. I was worried about it when I first did it, but it turned out really nice. There was someone there. Here. Over there. Yep. But I really like that. I think it's turned out really nice. So the HQs would have that extra level of highlights and stuff on them. Lots of melee units. Poor blood angels being ignored. Wheels don't like you no more, Sanguinius. The sons of Dorn are the true heroes of Terra. Curse you, Dorn. Sanguinius died for our sins. Yet you go on a break with a missing arm? Yeah, you know, just a little vacation. Heard a faint theory about the death of Sanguinius, but I don't remember from where. What was the theory? And we can tell you. And, Wheels, I feel you. I mean, I didn't mind the Ultramarines. I thought they were cool. But I loved the Dark Angels. The Ultramarines will always have a place in my heart, even though I sold the models. But the Dark Angels fluff is just super cool. The reasons the Ultramarines have a place in my heart is less about the fluff, which I think is fine, and more about it being my first army. That I have not heard. That's some Dark Angel level inner circle heresy right there, man. The Inquisitors right now are frothing at the thought of getting to you. Mm-hmm. What is that heretical statement you made, sir? The Emperor would never do such a thing. Lest we remind you what happened with the Thunder Warriors? Okay, never mind. Well, you know, at least our Legion's still a Legion. And not just a half a chapter. Well, yeah, I mean, that's always been my, my thing with the Dark Angels, too. I don't think that they are legitimately traitors, but it would be super interesting, if it came to light that the Dark Angels were actually sitting on the fence, or not Luther, but the Lion was sitting on the fence waiting to see
restored.
which side was going to win, and then the Fallen were the, you know, the good guys or something like that. Complete twist would be ridiculous and awesome. It would be so awesome. And like the loyal Dark Angel players would be upset by that, but it would be so interesting. It's kind of like not quite Game of Thrones level, but knowing that a writer and author is willing to upset the expectations for an awesome story. It's like when I see a film and a character dies, but it's in a good death, a good way, and it makes the story better. I wouldn't mind if they flip-turned some of the fluff on its head if it pushed the narrative forward and was awesome. Don't just write a story and be like, the Dark Angels come in and smash ass and everything, and we win. And the Ultramarines come in their armor shiny, and they win. And the Necrons are fighting the Blood Angels and the Tyranids, and they team up, and they win. And the Space will say, fuck you, Inquisition, they kill everything, and they win. Like, you know, and I know that sometimes they lose, but, like, generally there's victory at some point. Like, it will come. So you lose a battle or two, and then you win the whole thing. Your Space Marines, you're going to win. So having a story where there's that deceit and that mystery and that thing, and you're not sure, that is pretty cool to me. That's why I like the Dark Angels. And then I doubt they'll ever actually, you know, clear up the ambiguity, because that's what makes them cool. But it would be interesting, you know. Or perhaps Space Wolves start to, you know, they push that fluff where there's more mutations and more wolfen, and they start to get more heretical. You know, they're still loyal, but, you know, there's way more mutations and shit. Like, that would be interesting, you know. Like, just cool stuff, you know. M. Night Shyamalan movie. I think Alpha Legion would be cool. But see, the thing with Alpha Legion that would be cool is, what if, like the Dark Angels, they were half and half, and we never knew because we didn't know who was good and who was bad. But there were stories of them, you know, doing both. You know, that would be really cool. I mean, if I'm perfectly honest, I find Space Marines in general to be a little bit bland. But that's probably just because so much stuff's been blasted us. Okay. Java, how's life? How's work? Did you guys get that new employee? I think you guys were talking about hiring somebody, maybe remote, something like that. How'd that pan out? Let's see, we are 3. Figured we would train them and see. That's cool. Ancient Space Marine chapters using the Imperium tag, like Space Wolves from a loyal Emperor, but the Imperium doesn't want anything. I think who you might be describing right now, I think is the Soul Drinkers. They had mutations beyond their control, and they were labeled, I think it was, Communicatus Traitoris or something, whatever. Their shit was expunged. But if I recall, it wasn't, that they were not chaosy. If I recall, this is a very thin thread of things I remember. But I'm pretty sure like they were loyal and they had mutations beyond their control and they were still loyal to the Imperium, but the Imperium cast them out and cut them off. But yeah, that's really interesting too. And what's up, Draco? How you doing, man? And you see, here's the deal. This is why 6th edition. I like 5th. But I really enjoyed 6th before the power creep got stupid with Necrons and Eldar. But the Allies chart in 6th edition, Space Marines were not to Space Marines as are to Space Marines. That's not how that worked. Codex Marines were generally battle brothers with all Space Marines. That was the thing. But like Space Wolves and Dark Angels were not battle brothers in that chart. You could use them, but they were allies of convenience. There was like tiers. There was like, tier 1, we're super cool. Tier 2, we're okay. Tier 3, stay away. Tier 4, won't happen, ever. Like Tyranids allying with anyone, it's not supposed to happen. That made sense because there was a trust issue. It was more of a fluffy chart. Now it's not. That's not how it is. So you're Space Marine, doesn't matter. You're connected. And I think back then, I think it was the Grey Knights that Space Wolves might have not been battle brothers with, because Inquisition, I can't exactly remember. But I much preferred some of that stuff to now, like, because it was a little less cookie cut, but it made sense and it still functioned. Some of the shit back then also ended up getting abused. Like, people will argue it and they can believe what they want to believe, but back then, Tau were battle brothers with Codex Marines and not any other Marines, and that's because in the fluff there were stories of Tau working very closely with the Marines until they betrayed them, and like it was also pretty heretical for Marines to do it, but it was like for a greater good thing. Like we're helping them, they're helping us. We're getting technology. Like this is a working relationship that makes sense. And then the Tau, I forget which edition book it is, and there's a story about it in there in the fluff. It'll tell you. But anyway, the Marines are having a good relationship with the Tau, as far as good as that could be. And then the Tau decided for the greater good that they needed to try and convert those Marines. And that's where you got the Guevasa, or Gavasa, something like that, the traitor guardsmen that came to Tau. And then the Tau fought the Marines, if I recall, that were there, had a little tiff. And then the Marines came back and were like, fuck you. And they came back in force to start smashing ass because they were pissed. After fluff-wise, that's really interesting and had some really cool tabletop stuff, which is why at the time I built a around 1,500 point Highlander list of Tau models where I had some more than 2 units of Crisis Suits, or it might have just been 2. Like 2 units of Fire Warriors and like a unit of Stealth Suits, a unit of Broadsides, a Riptide, I had 1 of most things, 1 Hammerhead, yada yada. Because in the old Ally chart, you could only bring in so much stuff. And because they were battle brothers to my Marines, I could bring them in and I could change how my army functioned really easily, minimal investment, and have fun, right? And that was fun. Well, because they were battle brothers and they didn't fix the ruling, you could take the Crisis Suit Commander who had no weapons and all the buff upgrades, and you could attach him to like Centurion squads because they were battle brothers and that was legal. And he would buff the fuck out of them, and they would start smashing everything, and that happened. And then, same time that Eldar and their Wave Serpent bullshit, shield stuff, and then eventually Necrons, like Flying Circus shit, it got out of control. And then because of the way Battle Brothers worked, they took that away. I get why, but fluff-wise, it worked fine so long as, if you weren't from the same codex or the same faction, you could be around each other, you just couldn't join squads. That would have been an easy fix. They didn't do that, so they took it away. And then not long after that, because I couldn't play the army the way I did anymore. I even had my Cadre Fireblade had a blue cape with an Ultramarine wrap around the bottom because he had been given that, his service. He had earned their trust as Xenos. That's a high honor. For a Space Marine to trust you was fucking unheard of. And I was like, this is a cool fluffy thing. He works with them for whatever reason, fighting Tyranids, fighting Necrons, whatever we're doing. It's a cool fluff thing that I came up with. And then after the change, I'm like, cool, my whole fluff is tattered. I can't play the army this way anymore. And I didn't do the whole attached to units bullshit because I thought it was stupid. Now it's like, well, I've got this cape that I took from a Space Marine captain I killed, and it's like, that's dumb. Cadre Fireblade's probably not killing a captain. That's probably not going to happen. So it really tattered it, and then they got shelved, and then Wheels ended up buying them and helping me out financially. That's what happened. Yep. So anyway, you guys get me rambling on stuff. I'll ramble. I will. But on my list of things to do, I want to paint up the 8 for Farsight. But I have throttled back on model purchases, and I've stopped hunting on eBay for deals. I still need a few Tau models to make that unit possible. But like I said, I've throttled back on buying stuff, so I'm relaxing right now. I don't need anything else. But in the future, that's still on my list. I've got the Crisis suits from Handley. I got that. It's not Party 8, but I've got the Arvana, I think it was, that Handley sent me to paint up. He'll probably be an honorary Farsight guy. Maybe like not full red. Maybe I'll do him with some red accents, but that'll be cool. That's far future though. I still gotta wait for when the stuff from Wheels comes in, which no crazy rush. And then when I can finally play games. That's why I shelved my stuff. That's why I've already been talking to Wheels about doing some more models. I have no one here really to play with, except for potentially occasionally Bob. And it's looking like the COVID stuff may be an issue well into next year, so there's no real rush for me to get anything done. And the big issue with me playing with Bob right now is Bob has a very public job, and Austin is wanting us to minimize exposure to anything, because if one of us gets COVID, it puts the shop at risk, and we only have 3 of us that work. I would probably be fine. Austin would probably be fine. Austin's grandfather probably would not be fine if he got it from Austin. But of the 3 of us, Adam would probably have major issues. So we really tried hard to minimize any exposure at the shop, which includes us taking any risks. So that's the main reason I haven't done anything. Because, even, and we had that one scare where I was quarantined for 2 weeks from work, and that sucks financially. Austin kept me busy, fortunately, with some online stuff to do, but if that happened a second time, we don't really got a lot of online stuff to do anymore. Cause he only eats cheese, you're not wrong. So this is why I did not rush out to pre-order the Space Marine Codex. I did not run out to my store to pick up the Space Marine Codex when it came in, because he's got them, or he had them, and he also had the Chaplain on bike, and I saw it, and I almost impulsively wanted to be like, "Hey Tim, hold that for me, I'm coming right now." And I didn't. I also need to take we're in North Carolina, bud. All right, Boom, are you from North Carolina? Yes, apples do go with cheese. I had a Hamilton when I was at Nova last year, and I'd never had that before, and I was
Squad morale
skeptical,
restored.
and it was super good. Tool Bondigod Fidos 1, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And your Faust Samson, I forgot, 15 minutes ago, you hit the follow button, and I was on a ramble, and I totally forgot to look up and give you a shout out. So thank you as well, bud. Appreciate that. But yeah, I had a Hamilton when we were at Nova, and that was actually quite tasty and unexpected. It was very good. I'm pretty open to trying food as long as it's not crazy food. Like, I don't want to eat live animals or live octopus or something like that, or squid or whatever. But I'll try a lot of things. I mean, bacon with cheese is amazing. Oh, in Arizona, very cool. You're in the state that Monument Hobbies is located in. Oh, Arizona. I mean, I feel like I would be pretty grossed out at first, but if it was a legit, a serious like thing, someone prepared, I would. I feel like I would try once, and see if I like it. I mean, that's a thing in the States. Like, people kind of turn their nose up to bugs, and I'm honest. Like, it doesn't seem all that appetizing to me. But in other countries, it's normal everyday stuff. They eat bugs and scorpions and shit like that. It's pretty normal. Pretty normal. I think they are bottling them in-house now, yeah. Yep. He's got some videos of them putting their own, or bottling their own paints. But yeah, so it's a cultural thing, and, I'd be down to try it. I've watched, like, Anthony Bourdain and stuff like that, which I loved Anthony Bourdain. That guy made me so happy to watch him. There's something about his face. It's always a tragedy when anyone dies, but Anthony Bourdain and Robin Williams, when they passed it, and to a degree also Chester from Linkin Park, because he's my favorite band, or singer from my favorite band. But Anthony Bourdain and Robin Williams, I didn't realize how much I really enjoyed them. Robin Williams, because he just always made me smile, and he was always so happy to me, even though probably on the inside he was just in tatters. And then Anthony Bourdain, that guy, just every time I watched him, I'm just like, you can't watch him and not be happy. He's just so chill. I loved him. Atlanta, what's up? Oh, that's very cool, Hanley. Orlando, I didn't forget about you. We got real busy yesterday. Give me just a moment here. You sure did. Yeah, I've been sharing their, I've got a coupon for them. I've been sharing their posts on, is my bot not going to work? Bot, are you not going to work? Alright, hold on. Let's reload you. It's probably not connected. This happens sometimes. Load the damn bot. Thank you. Alright, well, while that's loading. Let's see. MP 25. Okay. I use the brushes as well. Lothar, that's a good idea too. Arc, Orlando. I'm going to send you a message here, bud. That should work. Should be a one-use coupon. If you have any issues with that functioning when you go to use it, you let me know, and I'll fix it for you. And yeah, my token didn't connect. So let's see here. Aha! All right, so let's go to my email. That's why I didn't realize it's been 30 days, so the bot has to reauthorize here. Okay, there we go, and dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Alright. So I didn't realize it didn't connect. And yeah, boom, I've got I've been trying their synthetic Kalinsky sables, and I've got their standard ones. I like these really good. These don't do what those do for me. I'll use these for different jobs. They're still good, but I'll use it for different jobs. Mostly because after the first session, this one already curled. The tip's still curled. It's hard to see, but at first session, after cleaning, it had already curled. Lando, I sent you a message on Discord. If you have any issues with that coupon, let me know. And let's see if this works now. Boom! Fixed. Bot is fixed. I told you yesterday I'd get you that coupon when I got to work, and we got busy and I didn't get it to you. So this should work. It will not stack with other coupons, unfortunately, but that's a pretty good discount. You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. I don't know what our Black Friday deals are going to be this year, but I imagine that is comparable or better. So, if you got to wait on it, that should still be good whenever you're ready, and probably give you one of the best deals that is going to be possible. So, hopefully that helps out a little bit. If you happen to use any of it during your D&D campaigns and whatnot, and you post on Instagram with it, just tag us. We like seeing that stuff, and Austin's been known to comment, and also we've sent out some free stuff too. People that we've seen. In particular, Austin peruses Reddit a lot. I'm not a Reddit guy. That's never been a place that I do anything. It just never has. It's a social media outlet that I just don't use, or forum outlet, or whatever the hell. But he does, and he saw a guy on there who was posting and using our base toppers and some of our terrain and stuff, and he has sent some freebies and coupons and stuff to people he's seen actually posting, and they didn't even realize that he was in the subreddit until he commented, which is pretty neat, actually. Pretty neat. Proacryl's working with Reaper? That's news to me. And Reaper's already got a pretty extensive paint line. Yeah, I really like how that turned out. And then if there's a little bit cast up on the actual chainsaw casing, it's not that bad, because that'd be where there's friction and stuff too. Huh, interesting. Hey, what's up, Straight Sin? How you doing, man? I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. If you guys are not following Straight Sin Gaming here on Twitch, pop on over, hit that follow button. Follows are free. Doesn't take a lot of time to hit that little button, show a little support. Whoops. All right. So I think we are now going to mix up some silver. And this is going to be a very long and tedious part, unfortunately. Well, well, well. What do we have here? I will drop everything and look at that name. What's up, Mr. Nomadic? How you doing, man? If you guys are not following the great and fantastic unicorn riding, self-known Instagram posting, awesome painting, beard wearing, positivity spreading, broad protecting Mr. Nomadic Chris here, you gotta pop on over. You gotta hit that follow button. You gotta show some hobby love and some support. You will not be disappointed, I promised. Oh, cool. They're not finished. It would be something that you could touch up and finish, or you could strip and repaint, or you could just have because you want them. If you're interested, I'll get you some details. I was talking to Hanley about it on stream. I do want to be open. This is not a dire situation. I'm not trying to sell these because I got to pay bills. Legitimately, our community for War Machine I don't think is coming back. Bob's the only person that I know that still has any models, and I'm the reason I think that he hasn't sold them yet, because I was like, I think you should keep them. Maybe we'll play one day. Plus, he was painting his Crucible Guard, and they looked really good. And I was really hoping it's going to come back around, but it's not. And I've got Star Wars Legion, I've got Infinity, I've got Warhammer 40k, I'm going to have some Warcaster coming in for Bias, and then... I've got, so with 40k, I've got my 2 armies. I'll have the Tau coming in from Wheels, and I've got BattleTech coming in the end of this month. I've got so much stuff, and the War Machine is in a big battle foam bag, which could be repurposed. I could put my Infinity or something in it, but I'd rather get a specific bag for that. So it's taking up space. It's not being used. So things that I'm never going to use again or unlikely to. I'm going to try and move. I've got a whole bunch of minis for the stream I need to start doing some giveaways with. I've got a big box of minis, and it's just piling up, and we've not been doing giveaways. So I got to do something with that and clear out some space. So it's not about money, which is always good, but it's more about clearing space. So if you're interested, we'll work out a dealio. If you want what I can list for you. What's up, Mr. Fury, and how are you doing? How you doing? I think the big pull, by the way, Nomadic, is likely to be that I've got the 2 Colossals or 2 of the Colossals for the Mercs. I've got the Galleon, and I've got the Punchy Dude, which is like the same chassis. And then I've got resin bases for most of the army. I don't know if I bought one for the Punchy guy. He's still in the box. But I've got resin bases and stuff on him. Alright, we're going to try a 3-to-1 mix of the silver to the dark silver. Let's see how that looks first. Mr. Furion, I'm not doing too bad. How are you? Yeah, I think 3-to-1 might have been a good mix. Alright. Well, that's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. And Nomadic, I haven't forgot. I still got your troll blood here. When I finish Wheels' stuff here, and this goes out, I got to get caught up on other things. I've got 2 single models for Wheels to do, and your troll, and then I'll probably circle back around to Wheels and pick up those Black Templars he's talked about. But I do want to get your little troll guide done. You've done a lot to support what I do and support me, and you've always talked to me out of stream and kept me away from ledges and so forth. Metaphorically, of course, people. You know, so showing a little bit of appreciation would be good. Also, I've been getting a lot of cosplay stuff in for my costume that I'm going to work on. And I got my leather in today, and I thought it was going to be a small strip. It's big. I feel like I got a whole cow's worth of leather. It was in a giant box, and it's huge. And it was a little hefty, too. Had a little weight to it. Whoop. How's the stream been going, Mr. Chris, how's your work and so forth? I know my streams have been a little bit more sporadic, so we hadn't linked up recently, but worth asking as usual. Also, if you are interested, we've been working with a lot of streamers. I say we. I have a lot of pull in helping support streamers and stuff in the community. If you're interested in using any of our base toppers on any of your projects or working on some DRD terrain, let me know. I could get you hooked up with a little bit of store credit. You could pick up some stuff and use it as you see fit. You can use some for your army, do some giveaways. We're trying to engage more with content creators who actually use the stuff we send. And if it's something you want to use, I think would be a good fit, and you want to do like Instagram, tag us and let us see what you're working on, let me know. No pressure. I'm just rambling while I talk, or while I paint here, rambling while I talk. I'm not sure if MDF painting terrain was your jam, but like base toppers and stuff might be a good fit for you. Just keep us in mind, if there's anything that from DRD you would like to use that could benefit your stream or your painting, you keep me in touch. You talk to me, and we'll see what we could do. I just sent out stuff last night to Duff, and then I think last week we sent some stuff out to Reiner. And I sent some stuff out to Mohawk Miniatures and to Studio J7. And Studio J7 has been knocking out some of our stuff on stream and having a good time. He does a lot of that kind of thing, though. You might skew more just like kind of detailing minis and having fun with that. He does like props and terrain and more than just minis, so it fits for him. I'm not trying to push anything on him. And then Mohawk, that's going to be a fun one to see what he comes up with. And you're a streamer that's in our community, and I like. And we click well, and I think that if you wanted to pick something up, I am sure you would use it at some point. We have sent some stuff to some creators in the past, which is on us. We take a risk, but we've gotten no feedback or they haven't used the stuff, and that's fine. But trying to focus on people who we can benefit, who will also use the stuff, and it helps us too. Win-win. So, you know me, I'm kind of rambling. I do that. My goals and viewership have changed quite a bit through COVID. One thing that happened in my stream quality is down to 720 for some reason. Haven't sorted it out. That's weird. Has your internet speed changed? Because I know it's been a while, but if I recall, bitrate also dictated the maximum quality you could output. You could be filming in 4K, but if you don't have the bitrate for upload, it doesn't matter because you can't put up the quality because it takes a lot of bandwidth to do that. So if your internet quality has changed or your bitrate in Streamlabs is being choked. Yeah, so in Streamlabs, I think mine is set up for like 3,500 bits a second or whatever the hell the number means. I don't know if it's going to let me see the settings. I don't mind looking right now. Let's see. Output. My video bitrate is set to 400 or 4,000. 4,000. And when I go over to Inspector, let's click it here. I'm uploading at 3,885 kbps. I'm assuming that's kilobytes per second. So it's under output on Twitch. I'm gonna send you a screenshot. I don't know if that'll help you. But this is what I've got, and I should be coming at you guys at 1080p. I can't do 4K because I don't have 4K compatible camera. There you go. So maybe that'll help you. I don't know if it is as simple as fixing your bitrate, what's being throttled in Streamlabs. If that is the case, then that could be an easy fix. And if it fixes it, awesome. If it doesn't, then at least you tried it and you're not really out any time either. As for base toppers, are you looking for stuff for like 40k? You looking for stuff for your War Machine models, or better yet, Riot Quest, which is War Machine but Riot Quest? Sons of Rolo, how you doing, man? We got raided by you the other day, if I recall. Another community member here. If you guys want to show a little bit of hobby love, pop on over, hit that follow button, show them what's up. Alright, so Riot Quest is a little bit, that's a niche thing, because we'd have to have a specific list of the number of bases. So, if that's something you want to do, you'll have to get us a list and send me a message, and I'll see what I could do for you. But yeah. Now, when it comes to 40k, that's easy mode. If you are doing 40k, I can just get you set up with a store credit, and you can go in and pick the base toppers you want and the sizes you want, and get whatever. There's a certain quantity for each size, but you can order whatever. So if you want to hit me up with roughly your army size, we'll see what I can do about getting you a store credit, and you can pick up some bases for your Tau. You're quite welcome, Rolo. How are you doing today? And I feel like some of my business tactics here handled out in the open, and some people may frown upon that. And it may also be annoying for people watching the stream. I am painting while I'm babbling. At least there's background noise because I'm talking. But there are some things that'll be handled in private business-wise, but some things I don't mind being pretty transparent about. I don't mind that at all. I like people seeing sometimes seeing the networking happening in a natural way. Me talking to streamers about benefits we could bring to the table for them, and vice versa. There's obviously that business connection to it, but it's just cool to talk to people, and people to be like, oh hey, this guy's talking to this person, and they got a relationship. I don't know. For me, it's cool. For others, they're probably like, that's dumb, I don't want to hear it. But I don't mind. Going to lurk mode, daughter starting her music class, even with headphones, I can't hear. Well, Bob, enjoy the music class. Well, hopefully you'll have a good day. Thank you for keeping us in your thoughts with the view. I appreciate that. Alright, so kind of want to get this canister in here. I think that'll look good silvered out. Albeit a little bit annoying and tedious to get to.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Master Tech Marine. Oh, hey, someone gave my Master Tech Marine a sub. Thank you, guys. It's that time of the month, and I didn't realize it, that I had to reauthorize him for the bot, and his sub fell off. I apologize. But thank you, anonymous person who donated a sub to the Master Tech Marine. We shall burn an extra bottle of incense above your paintbrushes and your hobby tools so that the God Emperor may bless them. I swear if the wrong person pops in the stream and they hear that, they're going to be like, what the shit is this? They don't know what Warhammer is, and they hear me say God Emperor, and they're going to be like, this guy is weird. What kind of Kool-Aid is he drinking? And I'll be like, metallic flake paint water, bud. It is super tasty. JK, PSA, don't drink your paint water, please. It says non-toxic, but it's probably not good for you. Please don't drink your paint water. If you do, it's not my fault. I told you not to do it. Please don't do it. Alright. Yeah, I like that a lot better. So we're going to have to whip out a smaller paintbrush to try and get some of these details in here. Up on his little thigh, his little butt cheeks. It's got the mesh. he's got this kind of piping on his chair. We'll hit that with some silver too. I do lick paintbrushes. I do that. And I'll tell you, it has nothing to do with minis per se at the moment, but we'll tie it into minis. I will tell you, I'm enjoying fall coming. I'm enjoying the light change in weather, the light coolness about the air where I'm at. It's North Carolina, so tomorrow it could be 85 degrees. It's just part of where I live. But the leaves are changing, the air's getting a little cooler out, and it's nice. It's a nice change. And from the art perspective, the thing that's really interesting is seeing that change. Not everyone does, Nick. The paints I'm using right now, which are from Monument Hobbies, Jason Craze, I am pretty sure he does not lick paintbrushes. Pretty sure. Unless that was a joke when he said he didn't, but I'm pretty sure I saw him on stream saying that he doesn't lick paintbrushes. But anyway, seeing the colors and the leaves change and all these natural things occurring is really interesting to me. May not be for everyone, but I find it pretty fascinating seeing all the colors in nature there. And in North Carolina, we got a lot of trees, so being able to see those while I'm driving to work is pretty neat. Also, because I work in the country, so I'm driving down old country roads, and oh no, I didn't realize oh no, I got silver on your leg. I didn't realize I touched it. No one in stream told me. None of you guys saw me scuff that with silver. Come on. Anyway, I live in the country, so I see a lot of like cows and trees and countryside, so. I like thunderstorms, not when they scare me. We had a thunderstorm a while back where the lightning was really, really close, and when it clapped and the thunder went off, it woke me up from a dead sleep, and I thought I was dying. I thought my life was over. It was that loud. Like, I didn't know what it was. It didn't register because it happened so quick, and I didn't have time to process, and I literally thought, like, boom, I'm dead. Clearly, that was not the case. That is not the first time that has happened, or that feeling. I have also thought that a nuclear bomb went off one time. That's a fun. Well, it's not a long story. It's a fun story. I used to have a waterbed, and my alarm clock sat. There's like a cubby behind my head, so like when I'm sleeping, like la 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 la, sleeping. There's an alarm clock like up here, right, and a cubby. Well, I had wiggled my way around wrong, and I had like somehow got my head on top of the alarm clock while I was sleeping and didn't realize it. And that thing went off, and it was like, wah, 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 and I was like, ah! And I thought that I thought I was dead. I panicked. I thought a nuclear bomb went off because it's so loud in my ear. Which, pragmatically, if you're close enough to it, you would die before you heard the nuke go off. If it was, ground zero, because, sound waves, the stuff moves, quicker than the sound does. But in my head, waking up from dreamland, it didn't matter that it didn't make sense. What mattered was, like, this crazy thing just happened, and I thought I died. Yup. And then yesterday, I didn't talk about it on stream, we'll talk about it now. Yesterday, I had a crazy-ass dream, too. Before the stream, and I dreamt some guy and his cronies were trying to kill me, and there was these giant fish tanks. I don't know why, and I was like, I think at some point in one, and then not in one, and back and forth, and there were people trying to murder, and like secret agent spy type people. Is bizarre, and like I had a gun, and I was trying to defend myself, and somehow I ran out of bullets. I don't know why, but I ran out of bullets, and I was like, fuck, I got no bullets, and we got in a fight, and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to die. And then I ended up with like a big giant paintbrush like this, but it was more pointy like this on the end, and I was like, yeah! And I stabbed him in the eyeball, and then I like mashed, and then I woke up from the dream. Yep. That happened. I don't know what that means, if anyone reads into dreams, but that was bizarre.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Nick, thank you for that subscription, man. I appreciate that. Ooh, wrong one. Sorry, you was reading it. Your name was above it. Sons of Rolo, thank you for the subscription. Nick, thank you for talking. Oh, man. It's bizarre. I have some weird dreams sometimes. When I dream, which is rare. I don't dream a lot, which is unfortunate. But when I do, it's usually bizarre. Yeah, today's dream interpretation. That's fair. I do have a friend who's a psychiatrist. That would have been an interesting thing to tell him. Yeah, 420 is only a dream. Usually, in my dreams, I have a hard time defending myself. It's always a problem. It's a trend. It's part of what makes my dreams pretty panic-inducing. It was a rarity for me because I actually like subdued the guy trying to hurt me in my dream. So it's a very, very odd thing. And what's up, Snoofy? How are you doing? And Mini Day Trader, I have never actually partaken in the devil's lettuce, though I'm pretty pro on that, even not having smoked it or ingested it or consumed it, mostly because I don't think it's that bad, and I think that cigarettes and alcohol are illegal. Just regulate it, and people are going to do what they do. Tax it, and hopefully make something good out of it. I always look to Colorado and see how they've done, and there's a lot of benefits to it. Also, helping combat the opioid crisis and with depression, anxiety, like there's a lot of benefits from it, and if it helps you and it's minimal and it doesn't hurt me, I say it's minimal, and it doesn't hurt anyone, and it's minimally has minimal side effects and negative things associated with it, then it's cool. I hope that you get your mind right, you know what I mean? That's the way I look at it, and I've never smoked it, ever. Not even as a kid, not even in high school or as a teenager, never did it. Never smoked a cigarette either. Just never been particularly interested in cigarettes. Handily, I think the reason that I talk about Colorado is that they talked about like having so much tax revenue generated from it. They had a surplus, and they had to ask their constituents what they wanted to do with it. And they had a vote, and I feel like it was said that they voted and they invested the surplus in schools or something. I don't know if Washington has done the same, but I think that's why everyone talks about Colorado, or at least why I do, because I had read that article years ago, and maybe Washington State has had the same thing, and we just don't know about it. And Snoopy, that's the way I look at it too. Just like, I don't think there's a lot of benefits to smoking cigarettes, but so long as you're not doing it in a public place with other people around, hence why you don't smoke in businesses anymore, and you're not forcing it on a child. Like, I think when you hotbox a car with cigarettes and a child, you're a piece of shit. It's just my honest opinion, because that kid has no choice in that, and you're forcing your smoke upon them. But barring that, as long as you're not, hurting a child, hurting anyone, or doing it in like a major public place that's not ventilated type thing. Like if you're outside, you're probably fine. But do you think? You know what I mean? You want to drink alcohol? Do you think? I think that if it's to excess and you have like a mental issue, I'd want to get you help. I don't want you drinking because you have major depression or something like that, or you have a dependency. At that point, I want you to get help. But like, you want to hang out and drink some beers and shit? Do your thing. Just don't hurt anybody. You know? I'm not going to come in and tell you what to do. I just want you to be happy and healthy. And if you aren't, I want you to get the help. Same thing with weed. If you have a major underlying issue, I want you to get help. If that is the medicinal thing that is helping, cool. If it is not, and it's just aiding in making things worse, I want you to have help. Because I want you to be happy and have a good life, you know? That's why I try not to judge people. Like, if cigarettes really help you through, it's not hurting anyone else, do your thing, you know? Yep, I agree. It would be like somebody giving you a weed brownie and not telling you it's a weed brownie. I think that's shitty. Or, like, I was reading about DMT last night, right? And the health impacts that can have on you. And a lot of people will do it. That's cool. I love getting spam. Goodbye. Anyway, reading about the health implications of DMT, and this was after reading some Joe Rogan comments or something, so I was curious about what they were talking about. And there are some major health implications or ramifications of that. If you're a healthy individual, it's probably okay. You're probably going to make it through and be just fine. But if you have underlying health issues and you take that, it could exacerbate those. And that's not good. So, like, if somebody slipped that to you and you didn't know, and you do have health issues, and maybe that's why you've never tried anything, like, they could kill you. Like, that's not right. Like, it's your choice to do things. That's not fair. So yeah, I agree with you, man. Same thing again with like tobacco and stuff. Don't force it on children. Don't give it to them. Don't force them to breathe. Like, I watched a guy, or it might have been a girl, I don't remember, but I watched him downtown in my city. Thank you, I appreciate this, Snoopy. They're walking with kids, or at least a kid, right? Like the mom's walking or the dad's walking, whatever. And you get this tiny little kid. I'm gonna use Boba Fett here, and it's like, well, actually, we use Boba Fett as the mom. We got the mom or the dad walking, and the kid walking next to him, right? And the parent's hand is down here while the kid's walking, in the kid's face, going back and forth, and the parent's like, take a breath, hand down. Take a puff, hand down. They're blowing out, and they're walking, and the kid's a step behind, and the cigarette's in the kid's face the whole fucking time. And I'm just like, you're a piece of shit. That's stupid. Don't do that. Like, come on. The kid didn't ask for that. It's just, people are inconsiderate, and it irritates me. I don't care that you smoke. I care that you're forcing it on someone else. I care that you're in a car with all the windows up, and you got 3 children in the back, and you're hotboxing them. That pisses me off. Yep. I try not to get on my soapbox too often, folks, but like, the people in society who cannot help themselves, defend themselves, or are dependent on others and get taken advantage of, where people don't care, it irritates me. And like, when I worked at the gas station back in the day in high school, it was before laws changed, so you could smoke inside there. I was the only employee who didn't smoke, and I had so many customers come in and blow smoke in my fucking face. Like, it's rude, it's agitating, and some of them do it and they know. Like, some of them, like, I feel like they didn't realize they're counting money and they're blowing smoke, and I'm just like, thanks. And some people, they're waiting on you to hand them a pack of cigarettes or blunt wrap or cigar or whatever the fuck they want, and they blow it in your face, and they got this, like, look on them. It's like, yo, fuck you, dude. You're blowing smoke in my face. While you may be allowed to smoke in here, that's rude. Yeah, Lando, see that's shitty, man. That's so shitty, dude. I have no time or patience in my life for shitty people. Really don't. I don't wish anything bad on people, but just don't be shitty, please. Especially when it comes to kids. Like, you know, disrespecting me and blowing smoke in my face, that's one thing. It's not acceptable, but that's one thing. But doing it to a kid, I mean, come on. Yep, happens all the time, though. People don't care. I forget the song. I think it's Offspring. But whatever, the song would say, only seems like only stupid people are breeding. Yep. Very cool. I've been drinking black coffee. I'm trying to cut back a little bit on my sugar intake, and it's hard. And specifically like calories as well. It's a big thing. So calories, no creamer in it. Takes some getting used to. I like my creamer. I don't put sugar in it, but the creamer is light, has some sugar content or caloric content to it. So I use a little bit of that, but I don't add sugar in addition to. But I'm trying to cut back. My biggest problem is I get to the shop and we snack and we eat heavy, and that's the problem. I get out to work and I have a hard time saying no because it's in my face. And I like to eat. It makes me, mentally, it's a thing. You know, it releases that chemical. I'm happy. And so I stress eat. And it's not good. Most people here know that by now. We've talked about that till I'm blue in the face. Stress eating. It's a thing. Yep. Damn it. I don't know how I got that there. It's going to be a miracle if I get through these models without just completely painting them another color by the time I'm done. Hitting them with everything. Yeah, we've got some like white chocolate, something or other, Starbucks creamer in there that's pretty legit. It is good stuff. My mom got it. I'm drinking it. We've got 2 creamers in there. I'm not a big pumpkin spicy kind of guy, and she's got a pumpkin one that she likes pretty good. I won't use it. It's not for me. So I've been using the Starbucks one. I'd say what I do like that comes around in the fall from... I'm sure other coffee places do, but Starbucks in particular is the first place I had it. A salted caramel mocha. I tell you, caramel with a little hint of salt. Oh my God, it's good. And yeah, Lando, if you found any peace or solace, or came to terms with your dad, yeah, I don't know the proper way to address it. So I mean, no disrespect if there was a better term there. But hopefully, if you found any solace or closure or anything, that's probably to some degree healthy. I haven't spoken to my dad in quite a while. The older I've got, the more bitter I've become with that whole situation. At one point I thought I was good with it until my dad, and you know, this is a slight hypocritical thing from me. But until my dad started supporting people who legislatively want to strip rights away from me or the people I know, if it's anti-LGBTQ stuff, anti-healthcare stuff, anti-poor people stuff, whatever the case may be, he supported a lot of it. And I'm just like, you realize that I'm in a really shitty, or went through really shitty stuff growing up, Dad, and the things that you're supporting are there for people like me. And you want to take it away, but you aided in getting me where I'm at. And now you don't want me to have any support and help. You want to vote it away, but you created that situation that's hypocritical and shitty on you. And the older I've gotten, the more unacceptable it is for me that someone could put me and my sister through what they did and then support basically the support structure, the removal of the support structure we may depend on, that he aided in us being dependent on in the first place. That's hypocritical and stupid. And also to see my family on that side, my stepbrother, my half-sister, seeing them super happy and getting everything in life that they want, and some of it's success, some of it's they had different opportunities, whatever, I get it, but there's some part of me it's like, you are happy, you're financially, you're good, you're going on vacations, you have all the things you want. What about us? What about your first two kids? What did we do wrong? Why should we be penalized? Why are you stripping things from us? So the older I've gotten, the more bitter and angry I've gotten by the situation, and I just like, if you want to be in my life, you will put yourself there and you will try. I have no time anymore. I don't. So I haven't spoke to him in a while, and I don't know what to say, and I don't do well with confrontation, so I probably wouldn't say anything, which is unfortunate, but yeah. Well, that's unfortunate, bud. Yeah, I don't think I've seen my dad since right around my college graduation. 2014.
Xeno spotted.
Hey, getting a little raid here from Don Swergo. We'll give them a minute to get in, and we'll give a little shout out and a little chatty chat. See what old Don here was working on today on stream. Oh snap! Emotes spamming coming on in. For you guys who are already here, if you're not following Mr. Don's Wergo, I don't know if it's Don's Wergo or Don Z Wergo. I'm not sure. But if you're not following the Don, pop on over, hit that follow button, show some hobby love. Hitting the follow button is free. Takes a little bit of time, or excuse me, no time at all, rather. Popping over, show some hobby love. How you doing, man? For everyone who came in, thank you very much. I'm Justin the Iron Painter, and you guys caught me on a soapbox day where I'm rambling about stuff and drinking coffee and hadn't had much to eat, so I'm just kind of all over the place. And rambling and talking. And I'm also trying to work on some commission work here while we do it. And Mr. Don, the painting Don himself. What were we working on appreciating today? was on the docket? What kind of minis we working on? Model viewers need some time to learn from the mini painting community. I'm assuming mini painting community. Mini is a little bit small. It's a bit perfect grade Gundam. I'm assuming it's bigger than what I'm working on. A Gundam. Yeah, I know. Wicked Jexter. It's Jexter or Jester. I always forget. He does some stuff on here, and then we have Commander Lunchbox. Both of those guys do Gundam work, which is pretty cool. It's something I've never done. It's been recommended years ago. Keyline recommended picking up a Gundam to work on. It's a different thing. I've never done it, but it's pretty cool. Do you have you got an Instagram picture for us we can check out? Yeah, I've considered picking up the McFarlane Space Marine, the gray one for painting, but I have not yet. Thought about it. It's only $20. I've been considering it. I don't know if that counts as a model. Does it count as a model? Does it count as an action figure for collecting? Even though I might repaint it. In this case, I would repaint it because it's the gray one. We've got a like a anime kind of boutique shop, does anime type stuff, video games, classic old video games, new video games, imported stuff, Gundam stuff, and they've got some really cool Gundam things in there. Some of those things get expensive. Yep. Yo, man, 140K of kind of expensive for me. This is probably not related, but I come from the Gunpla community, and for $50 you can get a massive Gundam compared to 10 28mm minis. What else do you recommend that is the same as the Space Marines from Warhammer, but cheaper? Tireless from Warhammer. If you like Gunpla and you like Warhammer, but you're not worried about playing the game, let me grab a link for you. This is their action figure from McFarlane. $20 right now on Amazon, free shipping. I'm really considering picking one up. If you like Warhammer and you want to paint something Warhammer related and you like the Gunpla scale, this might be for you, and it's $20. There you go, 7 inches tall. So, grand scheme of things, he'd be about that tall. Barely fits on the screen. That's pretty big, considering a Space Marine. So, you know, like 5 or 6 tall or something like that. That's not too bad. If you're looking for official games, well, this is licensed out, but if you're looking for an actual like wargaming piece from Games Workshop, it is secondary market's the only way you're gonna get it any cheaper. eBay, stuff like that, Bartertown, stuff like that. It depends on what you get from Reaper. They've got some really, really cheap plastic stuff that for D&D purposes, for the value is not bad because you can get bulk minis really cheap, but the quality is not quite as good. And then you get their pewter stuff on the other end, and you get some really nicer quality stuff, so it really depends on what you want, or what your budget is. And in either case, their stuff's not that expensive in general. Let's see here. And if you do buy any Reaper, I've got a link on my page that will give you a referral thing. I don't know if you get a discount, but it will be a referral to Reaper. It looks good for me. But I'm not just going to push minis on people. You know, I'll give it to you straight. So this is a Reaper's mini. I'll grab the link for you. I think the skin tone and the face are actually pretty good on that. For a mini that was like $7 or less, I think. Yeah, there we go. It's a closer up. That's not too bad. Let's see here. I know, there we go. There's a Ranger I did. Clan Wolf, I haven't checked the mail. I will check the mail when I go to grab my coffee, which will be in just a moment. I need to empty the bladder and refill coffee. I'll check the mail. There's a Paladin I did. He's not too bad. I've got a dragon on here somewhere. There's the red dragon. He's done. That's not the finished one. I have him behind me. He's finished. That's a Reaper. That's a plastic one. And then I've got a pewter dragon on here I did. There he is. He had some light gaps in the assembly on him that were tough, but for the price, it's really not that bad. The thing you have to determine, though, tireless, is that you have to determine what you're into. Are you doing D&D minis, or are you trying to get into war gaming? Like, what are you trying to do? And in the meantime, I encourage you, if you haven't already, and anyone is welcome, to join our Discord and Facebook communities, engage with other artists like yourself, and figure out what works for you. Tireless, if you are interested in getting into Warhammer 40k, specifically Warhammer 40k, some of the bundles might work good for you. Let's see if they got a good start here. Yeah, so if you got a friend, these are expensive, but we'll go with the expensive box first. This is $165. And if you got a friend, this is the best way to get into Warhammer, in my opinion. If you like Space Marines, you have a friend who likes space robots, or vice versa, and the box works for you, splitting it with a friend and going halvesies minimizes the investment. You get some terrain, a little board, whatnot to play. Now, you don't have to do this, but this is always a good entry level. It gets you a little bit of stuff to start with. And for retail at Games Workshop, this is $165. Your local FLGS probably has it slightly cheaper. Yes, Dark Imperial Superior Box, as was Indomitus. Indomitus was really, really good. So like Amazon has that same box for $140. Atomic Empire, which is in North Carolina, has for $140. eBay $140. Miniature Markets probably got it. Miniature Market's got it for $141. So if you order online, you could save some money. You got to pay shipping. Miniature Market, I think, ships for free over $100, I think. If you get it for your FLGS, most local game stores, not all, but most usually have a 10% discount off of retail for 40K. I can't say for yours, but most of the ones I've been to, that's a standard practice to make it more lucrative and appealing than buying online. So you can minimize the cost. So if you were to go for Miniature Market, let's say it ships for free, let's say it's $141, you and your buddy are in at $75.50 a piece. And you get a little bit of terrain and some models to play with. That's a pretty good entry level. So I don't have a lot of friends that I think would like to get into it. I have a few friends that also do Gunblast, so I might consider it. So the recruit kit. Any of these are all right. Let's see. It depends on what your entry or your level might be. So like this one's $50. You're talking about pounds there, I think, GBP. So it's about the same. I think converted for your currency is probably more like $45. But yeah. So you get a small amount of stuff and you get going. So you get I think a captain or something along those lines of a character. This little guy here, and then you get some little melee bros, and then you're going up against the Necron guys. So it's not bad if you just want to get into it. If you're looking to try and get into wargaming, and maybe it's not Warhammer specifically, you just want to paint little figures that could be played, there are some options for you that are really affordable compared to this. If you're not just dead set on 40k, you just want to get into wargaming or little scale minis in general, that's a different juxtaposition from Gunpla. So, dude, you're fine. You're fine. So with Warhammer, you need a lot more than 5 dudes. Somebody probably play a game with you real quick. And Tyler was thinking for the follow. They'd probably like run you through the paces, but it's not. You're not going to get a lot done with that. And Don's where it goes right. That's actually where I was getting ready to go. Infinity the game, which I've got a lot of Infinity, is also a very, very appealing game to get into. It's a smaller game, and they've got some good starter boxes. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, okay, so like Operation Kaldstrom. It's going to be a little bit expensive, but you get a lot out of this. So it's 110 euros, whatever that is in USD or in GBP. I have this box set. You're gonna get the tokens, the widgets. You get all this card stock or thick cardboard terrain you can put together. You get the little mat. This is code 1, so it's the light rules, and you get a nice chunk of minis. So you get the Pano minis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minis, right? And then for the Pano side, and then the Yujing side, you get 7 minis. And if you and a buddy split it, so Don Swergo saying this is 120 USD, so in GBP that's probably like 100 pounds. Guessing, I don't know the exact conversion, but somewhere in that ballpark, give or take a little bit. You and a buddy split it. You get the basic Kaldstrom rules, which not Kaldstrom rules, Code 1 rules. It's the light rules for Infinity. The full expansive rules for Infinity are online and they are free. You do not have to buy the book. If you want to, you can. The Army Builder for Infinity is online for free as well. The book is just if you want to have it. But this is all self-contained. All the terrain here, which is the thick cardboard stuff. I've actually done an unboxing for this on stream when I got it. Corvus Belly sent me a copy, and I bought a copy myself, so I have 2. I just never finished painting my minis because time. But this is a really good thing to get into, a really easy way to get into wargaming. It takes up a lot less space than Warhammer. For most Infinity armies, it's less than 20 minis when you play. You're probably going to be playing with probably between 7 and 12 minis, average, guesstimating. This one is going to be really balanced at 7 on 7. It's a real light rules and intro, and the investment is cheap. Your future purchases for Infinity to expand your armies from this box, or you could get Operation Firestorm, or is it Firestorm or Wildfire? If you can find the ice one, whatever it's called, it's also reasonable. But buying more minis, they're usually like $15 a piece. Some of the tags go higher, some stuff goes a little bit lower. But your basic infantry probably around $15. The tags are probably in the 30 to 40 range, but they're big like hunk and metal guys. But the investment's not bad, and you don't need a lot of minis. Whereas in like 40k, you may need 50, 100 minis, whatever it is, depending on your army. With this one, probably less than 20. And then you start buying stuff that looks cool to you, and you don't have to paint as much. And the rules are a little bit more in depth. They're white metal. Yeah, they're white metal. I say pewter, but white metal is correct. But the investment's cheap. The rules for this are going to be pretty crunchy. If you get into the full Infinity, it's like playing XCOM on the tabletop, but like you have to manage all the rules, so it's pretty in depth. If you like role-playing games, you might like the crunchiness of those rules. Code 1 is the light rules, so it's not going to have all of it, but it's pretty good for entry level. But if you're trying to get a friend into it, and you split it, even if you buy it yourself, let's say you buy it yourself because you want to paint the minis, there's 14 minis in this, and if you get one for Miniature Market that's still the original release, you'll get an extra Ninja Mini to paint. But let's just say you didn't, so you got 14 minis. It cost you 100 pounds, maybe 105 or whatever it is. In USD, that's $12 or less a mini. That's really not that bad considering what you normally pay for Infinity. Plus, you get all the punch-outs and the cards, the little mat, which is like just a fold-out thing, and the thick card stock or cardboard terrain. It's not as cool as the DRD MDF terrain, but if you don't want to buy terrain, this is pre-colored. You snap it together and you go. And it's dual-sided. So all the terrain, one side is one color and one's another, so you could build it 2 different ways. So you get a variety of terrain. Or if you get multiple packs, you could mix and match stuff and have some variants. If you look at it as a self-contained board game and not just a war game, it's a board game where you paint the minis and you and a friend play and you pitch it that way, I think it might work. Because you're not going out to play in a tournament. You're just like, hey, I got these cool minis, this cool sci-fi universe, and there's missions in the book. There's 5 missions. Hey, bud, do you want to spend a weekend and we'll play these 5 or 6 missions together? And if you like it, then you can come down and you can get the Beyond Kaldstrom, which comes with 3 more minis, or excuse me, not 3. I think it's 6. Is it 6 more minis? Yeah, 6 more minis. So €50. In this, it's less than €10 per mini. So you'd get these 3 guys for the Yujing, and then you'd get these 3 guys for the Pan-Oceania. And these are designed to go with that Kaldstrom box once you're ready. If you want to take the next step and spend some more money, you can expand it for right around $10 USD a mini, $60, $10 a mini. And then if you split it with a buddy, it's half. He gets his 3, you get your 3. You expand your forces from the main game, and you do some more missions. And then once you've done that, you play through the missions again, or you consider getting into the more expansive full rules. Code 1's the entry-level, very light rule set. Just play for fun, learn the mechanics, and have fun. Full rules are going to be more expansive and a bit more in-depth. Then you could take that plunge if you want to. And if you don't, you just like playing Code 1, play Code 1. The difference between Infinity Code 1 and Infinity N4, which is the 4th edition, one's light, one's more complex, but Infinity N4 has access to the full range of their minis. Code 1 only has, I think, 4 factions, something like that, that are represented. And they may not add more factions to it. The minis in this box, we're looking at the Pan-Oceania right now, the blue minis. If you buy those, you can use them in the regular Infinity N4. You could use those there. But you can't take other minis from another faction and play them in a Code 1 rules-wise. You could use them as a proxy, that's fine, but they won't have rules that represent them officially because they weren't there. The Code 1 is really just an entry level to get you going. That's correct. No Ariadne, correct. So that's a really good entry-level minis game if you don't want to play 40K and you want to try this. This is really good. Another place that you could look into if you want some more board game style with cool minis you want to play and something that's affordable, check out Riot Quest. This is more of a board game style. Lots of minis, lots of expansions. They're not very expensive. You can buy them as you go once you get the initial. If you can get Nomadic Chris talking about it, he loves this game. Just Hanley likes this game. He used to work for Privateer Press, but if I recall, he really enjoyed this. I'm pretty sure he had said that, not just because he worked there. Anyone who knows Hanley knows that he is not just a shill. I think that's the right word. He's not a shill for Privateer Press. He may word his opinions in a very, very constructive and thought-out manner versus me just blasting shit. But of the things from Privateer Press he's talked about, I'm pretty sure this one he really sang a lot of praises for. So this is a really good option if you want to get into wargaming as a board game, minimal investment, and lots of variety in minis, because each one of these guys is a unique character. And then if you decided later on to get into actual War Machine, each one of these guys has rules in War Machine as well. But you don't have to play War Machine to play Riot Quest. You can just buy these minis. So that's a good option as well if you like this scale and you want to have a cool game to play. And then Clan Wolf knows where this is going. If you want something that is more mecha robot smashy, this box I think retails for $60. Yeah, we don't want to buy the $100 one. I don't know what the hell's going. Here we go. I don't know what's wrong with that one. We'll go to this one. So this one is $50, and it's going to come with 8 battle mechs. 8 battle mechs, if I recall. 8 battle mechs. You get these hex mats that fold out. You get the basic rules just to play. It's not the full rules. It's enough to get through this. If you buy it, you paint your 8 mechs, and this is all you ever had. It's enough to play it like a board game. There are expanded rules to get more complicated with it, but if you just want to paint some robots that are 2 inches tall, give or take, and you want to play something more sci-fi, futuristic on that front, this is something too, and it's affordable. You're looking at $50 ish for 8 models and everything that comes inside the box. It even has cardboard stand-ins if you want to have more than the 8 that are in there because you and a buddy are playing and you need more mechs to blow up and shoot at, whatever. You got them. It's not as cool as plastic, but you got them, the standees, so that your cool plastic ones can blow up the shitty, cardboard ones. It is not bad. It is not bad. And right now is a really, really good time to consider BattleTech because the Kickstarter is getting ready to start fulfilling. And the new official scopes stuff is going to be up on, it's on pre-order right now. And Don's Wergo is not wrong. There are a lot of 3D printers out there for BattleTech. Right now on Miniature Market, you can get those 4 mechs pre-order for $15. $15. Good luck finding someone who's going to 3D print to this quality these days now for $15. There were some 3D printed mechs I wanted to get about 8 months ago, and the guy wanted like $15 a piece. And I get it, time, material, and whatnot, even though he doesn't own the IP for it. He wanted that, and I was like, nah, I'm sorry, bud. I get your time and material, but I'm not gonna pay that. These look really, really good, really, really good, and the price point is really, really low. So you can still get 3D prints, or if you have a printer, you can print yourself. You got people you can engage with. But if you don't want to go that route, or worry about quality, because I've gotten some 3D prints that are not super good. I don't want to show them. Some of them I've gotten are pretty mangled up. They lose details, whatever. The stuff from Catalyst that's in the plastics now, it's not GW level, but it's not bad for the price. So if this is something you like, it is getting ready to blow up. Like, all this stuff is getting ready to hit. By the end of the month, it should be in everyone's hands, or most people's hands, because the Kickstarter starts shipping. Word on the street is the 15th. It starts shipping to people. There are people in Europe right now that I think are already getting tracking numbers, because they got their shipments earlier to the distribution, because it was coming from China. So they got it before we did. So if that is something you like, this is affordable. So recap, $50 for BattleTech if that's something that fits your aesthetic. A little over $100 for Infinity if that fits your aesthetic for Operation Caldstrom Code 1. And then Riot Quest, I think, is like $60 for the starter. Don't quote me. It might be $75, it might be $50, I'm not sure. So the price point for entry level really is wherever you want to be. And finally, before I take my pee break, because my bladder is screaming, I think it is Frostgrave. Yeah, so Frostgrave is a a miniatures agnostic rule set. And if you find someone who wants to do Frostgrave, as long as the scale of your minis is roughly the same, you could buy any fantasy minis from any game or any a miniature producer, and paint them up and play Frostgrave with your friends. So you're not locked into any one company. You can paint whatever you want. Now all you gotta do is buy the rule set and play. They do have some minis. You don't have to buy them. These minis are pretty cheap anyway. But it's miniatures agnostic. And from the stream, I'm pretty sure Malev, Flo Shinobi's painted a lot of stuff for Frostgrave for artwork. I'm pretty sure, like miniature-wise. I think this is the game he had done some stuff for. And our local group at DRD has done a lot with Frostgrave gaming and stuff because it's cheap. You just buy the rules and play what you got, or buy some cheap Reaper minis or whatever you want fantasy-wise to play. So there's a lot of options there for you. Hopefully some of that may work out. And in either case, whatever you come up with, whatever you may decide to do, let us know. If you want to stay in board games, minis, Zombicide, yep. There's a lot of minis with Zombicide. That is where contrast paint will be super helpful for you if you want to paint all of them. There's a lot, like Zombicide's got a lot of stuff too. So hopefully that helps you. That did get me on a little tangent, but we were talking, and I absolutely love trying to get people into wargaming and miniatures. And I while I paint 40K primarily as my main thing on stream, I don't want to just shove 40K down your throat. If 40K is not your jam, I know about other stuff. I've played other games, and I want to try and help you find a fit that might work good for you. and get you into wargaming. I think there's something incredibly awesome and kind of poetic and beautiful at the same time about this hobby, not just about painting and crafting, but about the narrative, the story, and then the crafting, and then the honing that, and then learning and the discipline, all the things that come along with it. It's not just get a mini, roll dice, and blow someone's shit up. You are truly pouring your heart and soul, your time into a mini. If this mini right here takes you, 5 hours to paint, you have translated 5 of your human hours into artwork on this guy that's made manifest. It's physical. It's there forever. And you got it. And I think that is incredibly cool. Incredibly cool. I hope I didn't freeze. If I did, I'm rambling to nobody. So, but that's it. If anyone can hear me, I am going to take a quick break. We're going to empty the bladder, and we're going to refill. And now you guys are seeing my my Twitch stream here behind the scenes. We're going to refill the coffee, empty the bladder, not in that order. Probably empty the bladder first and then get the coffee. Maybe. And then we'll be back, and we back to trying to lay down some silver bits onto these Space Marines. So in the meantime, if you have any Don's Wergo, before I go, hold on, before I take my quick break, I'm an asshole. I got on my tangent, and you spent some time to get stuff up on Instagram. Let's look at what you worked on first. Then I'll go take my break. Very cool. Is that masking? That's green masking tape. Okay, I like the pre-shading. Very cool. What color is this guy going to be? Oh man, I tell you what Gundams remind me of. I probably typed that wrong. I was real close. Yep. I don't know if you guys grew up playing Xenogears. Yep. There's Faye. Or Faye. Yep. Yep, never beat it. I do think that game would be dope. Dope with a remake. I think that it's warranted. It was such a fun game. And yeah, it looks a lot like Gundams. It really does. I mean, it's a robot, but also looking at some Gunpla stuff in person, that looks very similar to a Gundam. These little things back here made me think of it. That would be a light gray, dark blue. Interesting. Very cool. Well, I will be curious to see how that turns out. Hopefully you'll keep us posted with your updates. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, and you showed us these guys last time in the Deadpool a couple weeks ago on stream. Yeah, sweet. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing, and I am sorry that it took so long for me to get to it. You guys got me on a tangent. It's what happens when I start looking at stuff. So, but that said, now I'm going to take a break. I'm doing the pee-pee dance and I'm crossing my legs. So I leave you guys for just a moment, and I'll be back after I've peed and got my coffee. I'm back. Clan Wolf, my mailbox is empty, bud. My tracking for 2 packages that should be here today is still saying out for delivery. Actually, I think I got 3 packages coming today. You can check the other one. Also says out for delivery. Yep. My mailbox is empty. We haven't had anything. And normally my mailbox would have stuff in by now. My 3 packages I'm waiting on all say out for delivery as of 9 something this morning. They aren't here, so either our mailman's running late, or my mom took, they are some legit Cheez-Its. Or my mom picked it up and the tracking hasn't updated and she grabbed it on the way out the door and she has it in the car. So, they're edible. I needed a quick little snack. Hang on one sec, guys. Put a little creamer in my coffee that time. Let's get some more of my pint mixed up here. I'm curious to see what Clan Wolf has bestowed upon us for the stream. Could be really cool, could be super trolly. We'll have to wait and find out. Mix up some more silver here. Oh, I just want to chug that coffee, but it's hot. Can't do it. It'll burn me. We were also talking about, we were previously talking about miniatures and wargaming, and I missed a grand opportunity and a necessary one for a slight shameless self-plug. For anyone who is not aware, I work for deathrodesigns.com for my, I say day job, but it's my evening job. I go there after my streams, and we produce miniature widgets, terrain, stencils, base toppers, and in the future, perhaps some other things as well. So if you're in the market for anything, check out deathrodesigns.com, and coupon code GETAMPED10 will save you 10%, and a portion of the proceeds will also be donated to my stream. Help me with procuring tools, models, things and supplies we might need for the painting here on the Twitch land, and also save you guys a little bit of cash. Sometimes I'm not very good with my on-point advertising. So excited to talk about minis and encourage you to check out some new stuff that I totally forgot to be like, when you get those minis, get our stuff to go with it. And we'll have some Battletechs rain dropping soon. We don't really have anything other than base toppers that could potentially be used for Riot Quest, but got stuff otherwise. And before the end of the stream, I do want to try and drop some wash on some of these guys over the silver parts. So I may segue here in a little bit and start working on some of that, but get a little bit more done before we do. No! This is why I don't use this one for this. I was trying to be lazy. Damn it. So we'll switch brushes here and go to the one with the better points. There we go. Come hither, Space Marine. Cool. Gotta get his bolter as well. Okay. Silver fly over there.
The Elder approach.
Oh shit. Getting a little raid. Number 2 for the day. Gotta get a little hype going on here. We don't see Epic Duck too often. If you guys are not familiar with Mr. Epic Duck Studios, Mr. Mike Cousins, make sure you're popping over. Hit that follow button, show some hobby love. You will not be disappointed. He's definitely made a name for himself here on the Twitch community, on the Instagrams, on the interwebs, with his very comic book style approach to working on some, in particular, Crisis Protocol minis, and Riot Quest are the ones that come to mind. He paints a lot of stuff, but his approach to kind of almost cel-shaded comic book kind of style is pretty bananas, and his hand-painted basing is pretty sick too. So if you have not checked out Mr. Mike Cousins, Mr. Epic Duck Studios, make sure you pop on over, hit that follow button, show him some hobby love. And welcome, Steiner, welcome. And for everyone who came in today, thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Epic Duck, thank you for that raid. For those of you who may not know me, I am Justin the Armed Painter. And I get on here and I paint minis, ramble, try and spread some positivity, and just do things. It's kind of what happens. So I do appreciate you guys joining me today. And Mr. Epic Duck, what was your work, or what were you working on today on stream? If you've got an Instagram link you'd like to share with us, I would love to see it. If you've got an update already. And the cops are driving by. What's going on? Who knows? Maybe people got stuck in ads. And Steiner, is that the emote? Is that the icon from Supernatural? The one they have tattooed on them? Oh, it kind of resembles it. Do you know what I'm talking about? I see. It is different. It is different. This is what I'm thinking of. Because it's still kind of a pentagram, and then it's got the flames. This one's more like a sun, and yours has the upside down pentagram with flames. Oh, that's fair. Makes sense. At least now you know what I was talking about, and I'm not completely crazy. Completely crazy. Yeah. At 326. Hang on. Let me check this. Okay. All right. Give me a second. My other stuff's updated too, so hang on. Alright, we do indeed have packages here, so we're going to take a minute to open up some stuff. I'm not sure what all came in here. I do have the package from Clan Wolf, so let's open this real quick and we'll get back to doing some painting. We've got some cosplay stuff here too, so I'm going to kind of open up and see what we got. So we got some material here. I'm going to be sewing some stuff on some boots. Whoa, we don't have address floating around, do we? Sewing some stuff on some boots. And I got some beige material for that. So, ha! I'm gonna learn to sew. Did you guys know that? I'm going to learn to sew. Alright, so that will open up in a minute. I think this might be a Funko Pop. Yeah, I've got a bunch of Funko Pops, man. I have a huge collection of Funko Pops. I mean, huge for me. For other people, it's not. It's getting excessive, but I collect things. Oh no! This is a prop for my my cosplay. Can you show cosplay guns on stream? Will I get you banned? Yep. So this is indeed 3D printed. Okay. It's fragile in here. It's got a little straw in there. Oh yeah, I can't show that because that'll tell you guys what it is. But yeah, there's gonna be some cleanup going down on this thing for sure. Yeah, we might do, yeah, I might have to do some paint fill. I'll take it into the shop today. Austin will give me his recommendation. It looked like resin in the picture, but we'll see. Might have to pick up some of the, what you call it, the 3D primer from Steinerus. Let's see here. He's a 501st member. It's pretty cool. Yeah, hang on. Let me send him a message real quick. This guy left me in a note here. I'll get to it. We got a lot of boxes. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Don't you forget. Oh, I'm not cosplaying as a stormtrooper. Did I not already tell you what I was doing? Yeah, hang on. Let me message this guy real quick. If I had shown that on screen, you guys would have known. Oh, that's fair. You know, there are bandoliers with First Order guys, too. Let's see here. Hey, got the package today. And email. Yes. And same instructions. It's pretty cool. So, no, furry suit would not be something I want to do. But I have not mentioned on stream and told people what I'm doing. I have simply sent a picture to the people that it was relevant to send to. So I'll send you the same picture I sent Nomadic Chris. You may or may not have any surprise or shock and awe in your face. But like I said, I'm keeping it. Where are you? Just there. I'm keeping it pretty hush hush, except for the people who know, because I don't want some people to know, because I want to keep it pretty kind of a surprise. At least once I start getting going. So I imagine there's gonna be some Instagram posts and people are gonna kind of figure it out. The foam came in today for the armor, at least part of the foam anyway. I'm hanging So, take it easy, Sons of Rolo. I appreciate you popping in and hanging out with me today, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope you sleep well. Take care. And my Funko Pop is in. He may be relevant to the conversation, Clan Wolf. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. I'm glad he came in a Funko Pop Protector too. This is a not very cheap Funko Pop. Very cool. Alright, so glad that's in. Funko. Whoop! I think this is another Funko Pop here. I had 2 or 3 coming. I think it was 2. I'm so glad that... Oh, yeah, for sure. These guys, these 2 sellers know how to pack Funko Pop. I've had some where they come absolutely destroyed. I do have a Funko addiction. Look at that guy! This is so cool. The box is dope. You ready? Here we go. So the box, this is super cool. Box opens. Funko Pop. This is a Canada exclusive because we don't have EB games in the States anymore, I don't think. Yep. So, I was pretty excited about that one. Yep. I have the same one up there, except this one just has the EB sticker. The other one's from GameStop. No, I have a duplicate! Whatever. It's fine. I got 2 Funkos. Maybe I'll repaint one or something. That's a good box, though. This is a nice little box. Let me keep that for something. Alright, what is in this? What is in this? Oh, fasteners. Okay. Oh, for the cosplay. There you go, Clan Wolf. For the cosplay, we got a whole bunch of screws and shit. And trash. And I think this is maybe some type of leather piece. It is. Whoop. Got a smell to it. Got some leather. That was a good dad joke, Clan Wolf. Alright. Last box. Clan Wolf, this thing has no weight to it, man. Alright. Oh, there's bubble wrap in here. Or bubbles. Alright, well, I've now destroyed one part of the box. Oh! What a fucking troll! I was not supposed to open this until I had the things with everyone else. Oh, he broken. He broken! Clan Wolf, he broken! He almost sent me an empty box. He's broken. And see if I can extricate him without causing more damage. It's not that bad. It could have been worse. Could have been worse. Hang on. Let me dab off some of the super glue. There we go. Neat. Neat. Yeah, this turned out pretty good, man. Very cool. I appreciate the little, like, kind of half cloak thing going on. Also, the blended sword is pretty good, man. Hang on, I'm trying to get that glue down in there. The sword was broken. There we go. Yeah. This sword turned pretty good, man. You and freaking Daff. I've chosen not to open anyone's stuff so I could open them on stream. Did you wet blend that or did you airbrush? It turned out pretty good. It was broken right here. It wasn't fully broke, so I tried. Yeah, see, it's still bending. I tried to put a little dab of glue down there to hold it. Yeah, man. Very cool. You'll look good next to Daff. Pew 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 pew. Yeah, man. Thank you. I'll try to take a photo before I head out to work. I'll put him up on the Instagram. And then we got this guy. I'm assuming you sent me an iron. Is it an Iron Warrior? I bet it's a custom Havoc. My X-Acto blade is dull as shit. No, I think this is meant to be a Dark Angel. Is this Dark Angel? Yeah, I could probably throw a decal on there. Very cool. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, I guess you guys can't see because I was holding it in a weird spot. That's pretty dope, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. You used some of your DRD base toppers, too. Very cool. Well, they go up here on my shelf, and I'll take a photo for the Instagram. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That was unexpected.
Squad
also,
morale restored.
You trolled me. The Game Wizard, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate that, man. That was pretty awesome of you. I got 2 minis from Clan Wolf. Also, while I was gone, I did. I noticed right in here. Yep. I seen it. Yep. I process quickly. I'm always a little bit odd when I get gifts from people. I don't always know how to show appreciation, so if it comes across odd, I don't mean to be. I just sometimes don't know how to articulate it well. So, but thank you is very cool. Want to do something that would throw back to this? Yeah. When I get around to actually being able to play, we'll use them for something. This guy's really neat. I'm not sure all the bits you used. I know that one. I know this one. This is the Dark Angel. You even shaved off the blood drop. This is probably one of the blades I sent you, huh? And then I saw a little chain here. And then oh yeah, you stuck a fucking Alpha Legion symbol on there, you goddamn troll. And I'm not sure about what the legs are from, but yeah, I could tell. I see. I saw it. Justin's gonna get some red paint covered up. No, don't do that. Anyway, did Epic Duck ever say anything while I was gone? He did raid, and I was being, trying to be nice and do the do. Oh no, I hope I did not just cut that in half. I straight went through that. I didn't feel that there. I was hoping he would engage and talk to us and show us what he was working on today. So I got a little. You guys know I've been on like a bracelet kick. Well, he turned out pretty good, man. I like the pose. It's very neat. He's got some more bracelets, just little dingly danglies. I did not ruin that, thank God. That would have been a terrible tragedy. Came from Canada, Canada company. Let's see here. Should be 2 more in here. like I said, you guys know I've been on a kick trying to find stuff that I like. Is it actually sealed? No, it's not. I just tore it open for no reason because it would be fun. Oh, interesting. I thought you just freehanded it. Or sculpted it. Now that's cool. That's neat. Got a little wolf head on that thing. That's cool. I like those little beads. I mean, it looked like green stuff. Should take in a compliment in rain. That's pretty neat. I got it because it was black and green. Dark Angels. And then the last one here. Oh, this is another beady one. I really like black matte beads. I think they look really cool. And I'm trying to find things that just kind of click with me. And I think some of these look cool. I like the stiffness of this one. This is where we want to be. I'm on stream instead of painting. We're looking at bracelets and Funko Pops. Yep. I'm not sure how I feel about these dangling as much. I wish that those didn't have... I could probably just cut those off and tie a knot, honestly, if I don't like the dingle-dangle.
Squad morale restored.
That is pretty neat. Not JRWR. You have hit the follow button. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Well, Clan Wolf, I appreciate you removing all the flesh hooks and skulls and all the not very Dark Angel looking stuff. Okay. So yeah, I am pretty excited about this. I'll just show. I'm gonna look at the parts on stream. Whatever. People will figure it out or they won't. It's like 3D print prop stuff. I'm gonna have to do some sanding on this, and that's got to come out. That's where the trigger is. I'm not sure how the cleanup process on that's gonna go, because it's got all that striation. Again, I think I might get some of that that primer from Steinelres to fill it. Yeah, I mean it sits right. This comes out. That's just filler. It comes out, and then the trigger is that part right there. And I might talk to Austin, see if we can't make these out of wood. I think these being made out of wood would look a lot better. So might see if we can't make that out of wood. See if he'd do that for me. I thought this was going to be one solid piece. The fact that these aren't on there is really nice. Like filler primer. Yeah, we've got some of that too at the shop. Gray filler primer for automotive stuff. We have some of that. I think this goes on the top. Yeah, he said he's going to send me some instructions. Yeah. This is going to be a nightmare with some sanding, I'll tell you that. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. I'll show it to Austin today. I think... that goes on the side of something. I don't know. I'm sure if I followed the pictures, I could probably figure all that out. There's the barrel. Assuming that goes like this. That's my guess. And that, I imagine, does something like that. Yeah. And we'll have to see. I'll talk to Austin, see what he says. What we can't do for cleaning that up. There's some little pieces in here. He said this is fragile. Oh, he stuck it in a straw. Okay, and then the little pieces. Yeah, we'll see. I'll take it up there today to the shop, show it to Austin, see what his thoughts are. But I think in general it's going to be pretty neat. I feel like the trigger sits for the prop sits way far back than it should. The handle also seems a little small for my hands. But yeah, that's the handle. It seems a little tiny. But even in the pictures, like his pinky in the show kind of hangs off of it pretty well. So I think we might be okay. It's going to be pretty beefy because like that's on there, and then ostensibly the barrel comes out, something like that. So it's going to have some length to it. I just feel like the handle's a little small, but whatever. I'll take it to the shop. I'll show it to Austin. I'll see what he has to say about it. And see if the guy emails me the instructions for assembly. Let's make sure I don't mess that up. But that is pretty neat. I'm pretty excited about that, if I'm honest with you. I think it's pretty cool. Let me bring up the I've got a folder here with my props. Let's see here.
Squad morale restored.
Let's see who followed. Somebody followed? Aviator, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you hitting that follow button. Thank you. And I'll talk to Austin. If he thinks we can make a better handmade one, I'll do that too. This will just be a good test bed for me to practice on. But let's see. Oh, is that that's the belt. There we go. Let's see. I'm gonna do a quick Google shirt search. Let's see. All right, I see. Okay. Yeah, I think this one handles. Nope, they got those in it too. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so I've looked at all those things. Yeah, those are cheap too. It's a good part. Anyway, all right. So I've been sitting here ignoring you guys too long. You get me on the prop thing, and I'll start not paying attention. So, and I don't have a lot of time left on the stream. How about that? So let's consume a little bit of coffee. Alright, so let's find our black wash. There's that. Ooh, did I set it on my desk? Because I used it the other day. I think I put it back because there's that one. Is it up here? That is the black wash. I was looking for the ink. Yeah, it's right under the wash sheet. Alright, so we'll start washing some of these here, fellas. Get a little bit of forward progress on something before we go. Put a drop of flow improver in there, and we'll mix this right on it. Sorry, you guys can't see that either. I've got a cap here. I just mixed up some black wash from Green Stuff World. I'm going to come in here and hit the silver parts with some wash. And I think these looked fine dry brushed, but I'm going to go ahead and wash them too, just to tone them down a little bit, kind of make them look a little bit better and not so clean, because even though they were dry brushed, they looked a little too clean. And this will add some depth and some shadows and pull it all together. There we go. Oops, just put my finger right on it. Project for today. Sister to the one I did Sunday. So you have 2 little busts. We'll take a quick gander. Hang on. Hey, very cool. I like the colors on this one. I like the kind of blue-green, teal color you got going on her sash. Leather looks good too. Very nice, man. You knocked him out. Did you have fun work? I mean, that's probably a dumb question, but did you have fun working on them? Did you learn anything? I think it's pretty cool, man. Also, you know, considering what you've been through recently, the fact that you're actually moving around and doing some art stuff is it's pretty cool, man. I'm pretty excited for you. Oh, you're gonna do great, man. You got some good practice in before working on the ones you're scared about. That's good. You've officially painted more busts than I have. Technically, twice as many busts. I do have the one from the Neko stuff to paint at some point, but I don't know when that's going to happen. Oh, I forgot I need to paint these silver too. God dang it. Alright, well, we'll do that another day. I missed him. I always find something I miss. Actually, I probably missed his arms too, didn't I? I did. Okay. Clanwolf, how long you been working on those 2 models? I feel like it had to have been driving you bonkers trying to keep that a secret. Okay. Big honkin' boy over here. Honkin' boy. Get you some wash on ya. Thought about not washing these, but I think it's a step that is really easy, and skipping it would have saved a little bit of time, but I don't think it would have saved enough to justify the or I don't think it would have saved enough time to justify not having the extra little detail that it provides, so I'm happy with it. And you still got to come in and get the pouches and the purity seals and all that. So it's kind of one step at a time. And they react a little different than GW washes, but I do like them. They are pretty nice. And this one's 10 drops of the black ink wash and 1 drop of flow improver. Just a little tiny bit, and it is pretty good. Let's see if that works there, because yeah, we're gonna have to repaint his area silver. I missed a joint on him. It's the downside of batch painting. Sometimes you miss stuff, so I'll have to come back and do a once over on the minis, make sure I didn't miss any obvious areas that should be silver, and fix them. But no big deal. Nothing I haven't had to contend with before, because I have. We're gonna have to probably wash this guy and then get ready to go. I do have to get fuel on the way to work today. I am getting down towards the empty, and I will not make it there. Or at least if I do make it there, I won't make it home. And I don't particularly like stopping for gas at night. So if I do it on the way to work, I don't have to do it at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'll probably finish up this guy, and then we'll get ready to sign off for the day. Also give me a couple of minutes to do a quick little Instagram post about the mini that Clan Wolf sent me. Spots where the wash hit the armor, so we should come in and mop that up. There we go. Cool. And I normally would do grenades silver as well, but I think I'm going to do the green on these because I think it's going to be a nice contrast to the yellow little green grenades, and then the brown pouches, which before we go, we'll do a quick testy test on the pouches. I think I've got, there it is. I think Wildwood might do it. Let me test that real fast. Okay. I'm thinking 1 coat of this, and then maybe some edge highlights might do it, but judging by the coverage over the yellow, it might have too much of a yellow tint to it to function. I may have to actually paint these brown. Hoping I don't have to, though. This would be a nice one-stop shop if the coverage is good, to the point that I can just go straight into highlights afterwards. That would be quite ideal. Okay. I actually don't think that looks too bad. I think once that dries, it might be in pretty good shape, actually. There's a little spot right up here. Yeah, I think that might do it. Let's grab the hairdryer real quick. Give this guy a little blast. There's some areas that are a hint on the yellow side. We're going to see how the quick highlight does with it. It is pooling, and the areas that are kind of got that little bit more of a hint of yellow than I would like are the high points where it's draining away from. So I need a light brown. I think dark golden brown might do it. It's a little, let's see, dark golden brown. I think the light umber might be not light enough. The dark golden brown might do it. Do I actually have a golden brown? It's yellow ochre. It's golden brown. That might actually do it. Let's give this a go. So much for getting off early. It's just putting me right up to about the time I normally get off anyway, but worth it. It's worth it. If I get the process down, that means that when I come back to it, I'm already ready to go and kind of have an idea of what I want to do. This might be a smidge light. We'll see if it's a little light. Then I'll mix some of that dark golden brown in. Maybe 1-to-1, 2-to-1 with the 2-to-1 light to dark, something like that. And we'll see how it goes. What's on you, bud? Smeckle or something? I don't know what that is. Get off. Alright, so let's give this a quick whirl here. Just see how this goes. And honestly, it being a little brighter may actually be in our benefit because of contrast. Might give us a nice contrast to the mini. Yeah, I don't mind it. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah. I think those highlights look quite nice. I always struggle with contrast on minis. Not contrast paints, but like applying contrast via color. Like getting, light to dark, stuff like that. I struggle with that. So I always go with things that are more subtle. So this is a little brighter than I normally would go straight to. I might actually highlight into this as being a secondary highlight, but for a main highlight on the minis here, I think this might be pretty good. We'll probably throw a couple little scratch marks on here. This leather. There we go. Yeah, I think that actually turned out really, really well. I tell you, I was concerned when contrast paints first came out, but being able to take wildwood over yellow and get that, and then come in with a little bit of golden brown and highlight it, like, that's super good. That's really easy, and it turned out looking pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect. There's still some areas where it's a little bit more yellow showing than I might like tint, but like, all in all, I think that looks pretty damn good. Blade looks good. Yeah, red's a little bright, but like, I think it's fine. We'll come in, we'll do the purity seal, which would be a nice darker red, and then the beige on that, and like, oh, I missed that pouch, but that's okay. We'll come back. He's also the one that's got to have the little thigh area done. But yeah, I think that's pretty neat. I'm digging him. I'm digging him. We'll definitely be getting some additional work in on these tomorrow. But that being said, folks, it is that time of the stream. I'm going to have to get ready to roll out. I got to go to work. And I got to get gas, so it's going to leave a few minutes early. So I'm going to try and get these guys boxed up quickly. And then I will have to find someone to raid, and we will pop off for the day. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me, though, which has been awesome. I appreciate you sitting here and stomaching through my unboxing of things from the internet. And I'm glad that you guys were here to see me open up the package from Clan Wolf. I didn't know this was what he was sending. I thought he was sending me some models or something as a surprise. He did send me models as a surprise, but not what I thought he was doing. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, I'm glad you guys were here to see that opened live. So what's up, Malev? You're catching me here at the end of the stream. If you guys are not familiar with Mr. Malev Flow Shinobi, make sure you pop on over, hit that follow button, show this man some hobby love. If you like being entertained by somebody who paints super well, and you might also like music and the tunes and the jams, Malev Flow Shinobi is your dude. That guy, he kills it with the paints and he kills it with the beats, the flows, and he'll be like, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, shurikens, and he throws shurikens on screen, which is pretty cool too. And he's been posting a lot on Facebook with his music, and he's got, I think he's been working with some people, some collab type stuff or features. I don't know, I don't have my terminology right, but dropping music, doing things. So a true artist here, true Renaissance man, doing the things. Next thing you know, I'm gonna find out he sews his own clothes, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm out. This guy does everything. It's bananas. Before we go, Malev, before I sign off, clarification if you don't mind. I was talking earlier with a guy about getting into wargaming and giving him some options. Yeah. Pretty sure you paint Frostgrave? Or is it Relic Blade? Or is it both? I forgot to mention Relic Blade. I mentioned Frostgrave. I might have got those mixed up. You do Relic Blade, don't you? Do you do Frostgrave too, or is it just Relic Blade? I know I name dropped you and said you did one of them, or I thought you did, and I wasn't positive. I know you do one of them. But he was talking about getting into minis. Warhammer was a little bit expensive, and you need a lot of minis. Okay, not officially. Okay, but you did like official Relic Blade, I think. But you painted Frostgrave, I think. You're here, so I'm sure you'll clarify. But he was looking to getting into some gaming, and I was like, 40k is cool, but if it's expensive and it's not your jam, you got Infinity, you got Battletech, you got Riot Quest, and then I mentioned Frostgrave because Frostgrave's miniatures are agnostic, and I'm just like, get some cool fantasy miniatures that are the right scale, whatever quality and price works for you, and you can play this game and paint some stuff. So there truly is some miniature war game thing out there for you if you want there to be at a price point that works for you. As low as, $50, $60 up to thousands of dollars if you want to get into 40k, and Frostgrave was the one. I'll have to remember to name drop Relic Blade too, because that's another one. I think is Relic Blade Osprey? I feel like it's Osprey. I don't remember. I've had a lot of coffee, not a lot of food, so I'm kind of rambling and talking fast. So, that's it. I do appreciate you popping in, man. I haven't caught up with you in a while. I have been following your stuff on the Facebook, trying to throw out the likes when I see them, and I'm super excited to see you jamming on, man. Explain because it was that's fair. Yeah. The same kind of thing that happened with Gaslands a while back. Gaslands blew up because it was super cheap. Even the guys at DRT were doing it. Metal King Studio. So maybe Frostgrave is Osprey then, I think. And the Relic Blade is that one. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, we did get a little chat with Malev here, which is awesome. Again, make sure you pop on over, hit that follow button. Look him up on the Instagram. Actually, while this ad's playing, I will take the time to grab that for you because he's definitely worth it. Malev Minis. So he's got two. He's got Malev Minis and he's got Malev Flow Shinobi. And that is his music, but we'll share the miniatures one right now. And if you want to check out his music, you can grab the other link, which I'm sure he's mentioned on here. So check him out. Promise you, you will not be disappointed. That said, it has brought us to the end of our stream today, folks. It's been an awesome 2 days of streaming. As you guys know, I've been struggling a lot over a lot of time recently, trying to get motivated and stay positive. And the last 2 days have been pretty good streams. We've had the views are one thing, and that's been actually better the last couple of days. But the engagement, the community, that stuff's been really, really on point. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It makes the streaming a lot easier to do. Because while I do like to paint, I turn on the camera for Twitch to hang out with you guys and do right by you. If I'm not on here and I'm painting, I'm watching Netflix and binge watching stuff, audiobooks, things like that. Things I can't really do on here very well. So when I do pop on here and you guys pop in and you actually engage with me, it's a win-win. It really helps. So thank you for that. I appreciate the support. Thank you for the raids that we got today, folks. I really do appreciate that as well. Now, for today's stream, as we sign off, we will be raiding Mr. Mohawk Miniatures. If you guys happen to go over there in that raid, make sure you hit that follow button, spam some emails, and let him know who sent you. This guy is super awesome, and every time I raid his stream, he's so full of energy. It kills me. Like, I don't know what kind of caffeine mojo this guy's got going on, but he's got it going on, and he makes me happy. And you'll notice that either I raid a handful of people I really like, or I try and raid really new people to the community. Sometimes in between when I get recommendations, but I gravitate towards people that like have a good vibe and make me happy. So I raid Mohawk a lot. I raid Studio a lot. I have raided Malev. I haven't seen him online in a while. And then I really like Sam Lenz. I haven't seen him in a while. I think he's only streaming 1 day a week now. But there's a handful of artists that, not slinging shade on anyone, everyone's good and I like what they do, but some of them just click well and I like their vibe and they make me feel good and I want to share that with you. So Mr. Mohawk here is one of them, and I'm going to be sending you guys his way in just a few minutes. And he will actually have some DRD terrain coming his way here soon. He'll have his coming. Studio J7's got his. They're working on some stuff, so you'll actually get to see him work on some of the terrain that I help. Well, I say help produce. I help cut and send it out. Sometimes I give some feedback, but Austin gets 99.99% of all the credit for everything. We got some new stuff coming that I've given some good feedback on. A new mechanic with the hook latching system that I pitched the idea for, and if that comes into full production, I will take a little bit more credit because that was my idea, and he really liked it. So we also have a cool generator thing I pitched the idea for, and I pitched it to him, and then 2 days later we had a working prototype, which was cool. So, but in general, it's mostly Austin, and I'm just the guy who packs stuff and runs the machines. So, but that being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. As always, I hope that you guys are motivated and encouraged to pick up paintbrushes and paint models. Work on your craft, your hobby. If it's not miniatures you're working on, work on something. Take your mind off everyday life, off of the rigors of life, the stresses, the things that bring you down, and focus on your art, your craft, whether it's writing or painting or singing or just role playing, whatever it is that you do, that's your hobby, that's your craft, that's your passion. Focus on that. Don't allow your pursuit of that hobby interest though to become something you hate. Don't allow your pursuit of that to become a job and a chore. Take that step back and reflect, and make sure that your hobby time is your happy time and it is your break from reality. Focus on the narrative when you work on your art. When you're working on your miniatures or you're writing your stories, that's universes, lore, narratives, things that you have control over. And especially with miniatures, every miniature you work on can have a name, accolades, battles to take part in, a world that they hail from, an army, a universe of your choosing. One brushstroke at a time, you can forge that narrative, forge that story. And in a world and a reality right now where things are so far beyond our control, this is somewhere where you can have complete control. You can forge that world of your creation, of your story. As Bob Ross would say, this is your world. You are the creator. So I encourage you guys, I implore you to get out there, forge those narratives and those stories that make sense and are fun for you. Allow yourself to have that break from everyday life. Allow this to be your cathartic release, your experience, your way to express yourself to the world through your art. Whether you're a brand new artist, an award-winning artist, or anywhere in between, forge your narratives, craft your pieces, do your art, do you, and be happy.
And as we end today's stream, we're wrapping up quickly here. I'm not going to go through my normal full sign-off because I'm running late. I would like to encourage you guys to leave the world a better place than you found it in every sense of that statement. You never know what people are going through in their everyday lives, and it pays to be kind always. Those that you engage with may be having a bad day, a bad week, a bad month, a bad year, a bad go at life in general. And you could be the difference between a good day and a bad day for them. Simply by making eye contact, saying please, saying thank you, holding a door open, making someone feel like a valued human being can be the difference between a good day and a bad day for them. And you have that power. You have that control. Even if you may not see them, see that smile on their face, you may do something and that person goes, gee, that person was nice to me. I appreciate the fact that he values me for who I am and what I'm doing. You know, especially when you're engaged with people who work in the service industry, working at a gas station or serving you food or doing something for you. Those people are treated like shit by a lot of people who act like they owe them something. They're there to make their money, to feed their families, to put a roof over their head. Show a little appreciation. Just be nice. And not saying that you guys aren't, but the world has a way of chewing us up and spitting us out. And those at the bottom, those who are underappreciated, they get the brunt of it. They are underappreciated. And sometimes they need that little extra oomph, that little extra push. Being a kind human being, you lose nothing to do that. You gain everything. You give everything doing that. So I encourage you guys to sail through this life, leaving positivity and happiness in your wake. There's enough negativity and bullshit in the world. Let's be a part of the solution and not the problem. As we end here today, as we said here at the end, we had Malev Flow Shinobi in here again. Check him out. And we have Mr. Gamer Dad popping in here as well. If you guys are not currently following him, make sure you check him out as well. Fellow streamer. He's got a really cool bring your own bus like paint along thing that he's doing. There's a couple other streamers that are doing it with him, a few other streamers doing their own thing, but it's really, really cool. So check him out. He's definitely got some cool stuff that he is working on. So, but you're quite welcome, man. You're quite welcome. With that said, guys, we are going to go ahead and get this raid going out to Mohawk Miniatures. I am going to try my best to be on tomorrow. I am trying to minimize my stress, and sometimes it means taking a break from stream if just my brain's not in it that day. But I'm trying really hard to do Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and occasionally Fridays. I'm going to do my best to be on tomorrow and Friday, or at least Wednesday. I'm going to try. I'm trying to get 3 to 4 days a week. Sundays right now, I'm going to be doing some cosplay stuff at the shop and working overtime when I can to restock the coffers. So we'll be playing it by ear in terms of Sunday night streams. So, but in the meantime, again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate your support. Again, if you happen to go over here in this raid to Mohawk Miniatures, hit that follow button, show some hobby love, spam some emotes, let them know who sent you. But as always, I'd like to encourage you guys to keep painting those models, keep rolling those dice, and I will catch you guys next time.